Hi there, parents and students, college and high school, I guess. It's Deacon John Wilson here, Education Enrichment Director from West Angeles Church, here to talk to you today in a three-part video series, hopefully short videos, about ChatGPT, which is an artificial intelligence software. I think it's important as a program. We've been looking at this for about 3 or 4 weeks, and we want to come out with a very clear position on it for you. And the first video will be showing you what it can do and its capabilities. And then after that, I'll state my concerns and I'll talk about it from a spiritual and ethical standpoint. It's important that I do that. And I'll tell you what we're doing about it in our program this summer. What AI is all about is quantum physics. In the 50s and 40s, the scientists learned there were properties of electrons and how they propagate. Long story short, it led to the development of computer technologies that take advantage of advanced electron theory called quantum physics. Now, we don't know everything about quantum physics, but we learned how to capture some parts of its theory and to utilize those in computing faster. I mean, millions of times faster than normal computers, and certainly quicker in most instances than the human mind. But as you will see in our second video, you'll find out it has its weaknesses too. And it raises a lot of interesting ethical and moral questions as well. And the third video will explore those and the effect on society and maybe a biblical perspective on it as well. But right now, just for a few minutes, I want to show you some documents that I did produce with ChatGPT, which is available now. You can download it online and play around with it. And we've been doing that for some time, and we know a lot about what it can do well and what it can't. Let's take a look at some things that it did do pretty well and what we think about it. How's that? So let me maybe bring those up, and then let's go over and take a look. All right, let's see what I got here first. Here's an essay I did on the Spanish-American War. I wanted to pick something in American history that maybe people don't know a lot about, and teachers tend to skip it. In fact, in AP history, it's usually skipped, and they have the students do 1 of 10 assignments. And one of them is to state 4 important things that took place or to know about the Spanish-American War. You can read it here. Let me make it larger so you can read it. And again, I'm going to include all 3 of these essays down below. You can click and read them yourself. But this was produced by ChatGPT in about 3 or 4 seconds. The Spanish-American War was a significant conflict that took place in 1898 between Spain and the United States. Here are 4 important things to know about the war. And it does a pretty good job of going into those 4 things and why they're important, even down to the effect on journalism. I thought that was very impressive. And it gives a summary at the end, just the way you'd have to do it in an AP class or a college assignment, and also in some regular history assignments. Okay, so I wanted you to see that. I'm going to talk about these in detail in a minute. Okay, just wanted you to see what it could do. That's the purpose of this video, okay? Here's an essay on The Tale of Two Cities, which is a pretty long and some students think boring novel. It's a very long novel, probably 700 pages. But it's assigned in a lot of AP English classes and certainly in college literature classes. A Tale of Two Cities by Charles. Now, we already know that students can find reviews of a book and not have to read it, but this goes a little deeper because it goes to how to do the assignment. And here's a specific assignment I got from AP English literature, from a AP manual, test book. A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens is a novel. It's a novelette. They call it a novel. No, I'm sorry, novel set. I was going to say not a novelette. In London and Paris before the French Revolution, the novel tells the story of Charles Darnay, a French aristocrat who is falsely accused of treason, and his eventual release and escape from France, and Sidney Carton, a disillusioned lawyer who sacrifices himself to save Darnay's life. So the assignment was to write about the Tale of Two Cities. I didn't include the question, sorry, and have 4 quotes. And it gives 4 quotes. It tells why they're important and the significance of them. And then it gives a summary at the end, which is required in AP. So this, this was generated by ChatGPT. Just took about 2 seconds to do. Imagine if it was a homework assignment. Okay, and I think in AP, the homework assignments are usually essays, and they usually get 30% of the course grade for that. So I'll have something to say about that. And then my final example, believe it or not, is a college application essay. It's prompt number 3 of the Common App. Reflect on a time when you challenged a belief or an idea. What prompted you to act? Would you make the same decision again? Now, of course, this is a mythical person that it's writing about, but somebody could take it and use it on their own. There's a way to even query ChatGPT if you've thought of an essay, to give you ideas of how to write it. And it's a pretty good essay. Again, I'll include it down below. It's the right word length and everything. It's fairly complicated. I have several paragraphs here. Of course, the body paragraphs, about 3 or 4 of them. But it's a pretty good essay for 2 or 3 seconds. The computer printed it out. Now, because I've done so many of these essays, I can see some things in there that would make me conclude that it might be, but it could pass through if the colleges don't do anything about it. Well, the point of this video was not to give you ideas or give your students ideas or have you thinking they might be cheating. They might be, but I doubt it. Is to talk about the fact that this year it's going to come up more than ever, late this year or next year, because OpenChatGPT is available online. EEP is significantly and highly opposed and thinks it's unethical to use this for work for class or for applications. And I fully expect teachers and schools to have caught up with this. And I'll show you in the next video how they have. But even if they haven't, it's not right. Usually in a spiritual sense, things that you acquire through fraudulent means are usually cursed. But if you don't believe in curses, you don't believe in that kind of stuff, it's bad for the core of an individual to know they did not produce it and they're not getting better in their skills. And you can do everything with that. So AI is great for helping humans think about things, not so good and should never be used for assignments, and certainly not SAT essays. Now, because there's some people that still will do it, or some, people will consider, parents may think it's okay. I have the next video where I'm going to tell you how colleges are already responding. I talked to several college people, and I'm going to show you in a very amusing way how I learned who to talk to about it, how I learned what colleges were doing. You'll never guess how I did it, and probably you will. Well, I hope that helps. I just wanted to show you some things that ChatGPT can do and give you the position of the Education Enrichment Program at West Angeles Church. And I hope I was very clear. I think that that's not right to do. And I was very honest and transparent to showing you examples. Sure, I think ChatGPT can help us think about things. I've used it to help me think about different management models because it can quickly think about things and give you the information. But I would never consider using it for a class where you're getting a grade. That would be unethical and certainly not for a college essay. Convey that to your students, parents, and students. If you're seeing this, some of you might, because it's going to be on my EDU channel too, where college students may see it. All right, God bless you. I hope that is really a help to you. Bye-bye now.